we gonna go ahead and get started because I'm actually kind of excited about to handle and to work on this freezer. Uh, because freezers are always a challenge. So we're gonna work on the freezer. But I have good news. I have good news. The refrigerator is doing good. The new system, I feel like, has been adopted. There's been a couple of times when like somebody had used the Parmesan cheese and they didn't put it back and they just kind of put it there. But the thing about it is, because at first I was like, well, maybe they don't know where it goes, but they took it out. They found it, so they know where it goes. So anyway, it's a new system, so it's not a big deal. But look at the door. So as you can see, it's time to order groceries, right? Because as you can see, the fresh fruit section is empty. I cut a watermelon, I think, no, not yesterday. So Wednesday, because I was in Sacramento Monday and Tuesday. I cut a watermelon Wednesday. It's almost done. I'm gonna knock that out. After I get off of this call, the leftover section is almost empty. Some of that stuff I need to throw out. But yeah, look at the fresh fruit area. So it's clearly time to go grocery shopping. So it's working. So I'm excited about that. So let's go ahead and jump into the freezer. So I'm wondering which way. I think that's good. I think that'll work. All right, so let's jump into the freezer and let's see what's in there. Okay, so up here is my vodka bottle because I used to really be into lemon drop martinis. So keeping it cold, that helps out. Ice packs up at the top. I may or may not still put things there. So we'll kind of see. So ground turkey, which I'm actually gonna keep that out because I'll probably, now this was one of the fruit containers for the refrigerator, but I found it really handy to put like individually wrapped frozen things in. So I'm gonna keep this. This I'm going to use again. And this I'm gonna use again, and I actually have another one that I'm gonna use. All right, chicken melts. Well, I'm not sure who bought this, but this is a perfect instance, right? To put this in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I really need a little chair or something to put things in. So this is a perfect purpose, right? For this, to like individually wrap things, because the challenge with these type of things is, number one, you don't know like how many is in there. And then like once you open it up, then it becomes a challenge to like organize it in the freezer, because then it's like, things don't stack easily. And that's the biggest challenge with the freezer, right? All these individually wrapped things and bags and stuff like that. So I took out the individually wrapped chicken melts, which I'm assuming my husband bought from Costco. Do y'all notice the difference in the video quality? I found another webcam. So I'm like, yes, it's a lot better. I'm happy with this, with the quality of the video. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've had the refrigerator for a while. Well, I guess it's been about a year. It's been about a year now. But I didn't take out, I didn't take out the, I didn't take out the off the tape. All right, so I think, yeah, this is actually like a little drawer. So I like that. Now, what would be ideal is if this fit this way, but it doesn't. So we're gonna keep it like that. Now up here are frozen fruits, which I believe this whole thing is frozen fruit. Yeah. Um, actually bigger, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what works, but I'm gonna continue on. So these are, oh, hold on, I have a rag. Those are, they're not individually wrapped, but they're spring rolls. They're spring rolls, but they're not individually wrapped. So these are going to get freezer burn, and I'm sure my husband or my son don't care, but I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag. Okay. And keep them in the original, but I'm gonna put them in a Ziploc bag. Then I'll pop them in there, okay? And then this, this is Texas toast. Get another Ziploc bag. And I think while I'm at it, I'm gonna write on the bag. Hold on, let me get a um, marker. So we're gonna put Texas toast on the bag. I don't know the date or all that stuff because they've been in here, there are literally only 2 left. So at this point, I don't think it really matters, right? But it does help to like know what it is. So I'm gonna do Texas toast. I'm gonna do the spring rolls. Spring rolls. The spring roll. I can go in there. Okay. So these are pomegranate, the Ariels, the pomegranate. These are bones for my doggy nephew, which I need to give to him. Okay, so let's move on to here. So these are individually wrapped, the drumsticks. So I'm gonna separate these. I'm gonna separate them. I'm gonna cut them because they have a perforation. Cut them down the middle so that I can stack them inside. Um, I'm gonna put them in here for now. Now let me put them on the side. I'll put that there. So I have these different spaces, right? So then the question is, what goes where? I feel like these things are big, so I feel like I may want to put the meats down at the bottom. I think I'm gonna put the meat down here at the bottom. Okay, so the meat down the bottom. I can move this shelf down though, to maybe give a little bit of room. I can move this shelf down, and then I can put the top on the individually wrapped items, right? And I can put a label on it. Which one is bigger? Okay. So I can do that. And then the big bag of fruit can go up here, right? So the bigger bags of fruit can go there. And then will this that go there? Yes, it will. So I'm gonna put the bags of frozen fruit in this one with the top. And because the individually wrapped items will probably be used more, I'm gonna put that on the top. And I may or may not leave the top off of the ones of the container of the individually wrapped items. So it's like easy access, if that makes sense. But for now, I'm gonna keep the top on. Okay, you see? Yeah, I like that. And because this slides out, that gives me, yeah, I like that. Okay. This is a big bag, so this can go on the back, right? And then all of these smaller bags of veggies. So because I have so much cauliflower, and I know what the reason why I got this was because there were a couple of cauliflower recipes. So I need to go on and make that cauliflower recipe. So then put that there. With my Brussels, my edamame, and then spinach. So these are my packets of, can you all see? Can you all see that a little better? Okay, so these are my packets of frozen vegetables. I can put this chopped spinach. Can I put it on the side? I can. And then my Brussels sprouts can fit on the side. And then I still have room here for something, right? I mean, if I wanted to, I could do this. Right? If I wanted to, I could do that. I think the biggest thing is deciding what I would want to use these, what I would want to use these for, right? But I kind of like this. I'm okay with this. I'm actually okay with this, right? So this is one of the things, right? Is okay, I'll look at the questions. Oh, thank you. So this is one of the things. there's a lot of frozen fruit in here. And so we have to decide, what are we using this frozen fruit for? Right? So anyway, this is good. And if we're not using the frozen fruit on a regular basis, does this frozen fruit go into the deep freezer? So that when we do want to use it, we go to the deep freezer. And that's the difference between things in the deep freezer and things in the main freezer. So it's like items in the deep freezer are overflow, backstock, and less frequently used items. So like the ice packs can go in the deep freezer. Frozen fruit that you may not use all the time can go in the deep freezer. All of the, the bigger packs of these can go into the deep freezer. So like I'm noticing there's a lot of real estate that is being occupied with the frozen fruit. So I can tell you right now, these two big bags right here, they're taking up a lot of space. So unless me or my husband or my son are going to be making smoothies or drinks or whatever with that frozen fruit, we need to decide what we're going to do with it. Now, the good thing is I have that bag of frozen spinach. I have that frozen fruit. So if I wanted to, I could, make some smoothies or whatever. But it has to be intentional about using this section. So this section right here either needs to be used or moved to the deep freezer.